Don't panic, Captain Mannering. Following yesterday's West Lancashire by-election, the Tories have suffered their worst defeat there ever. Ever. OMG. WTF. LOL. Things are so shocking for the Tories, locally and nationally, that their plight is now a bit like an alcoholic that reaches rock bottom. There's really only one direction they can go, and that's up. Expectations now must be for a Labour government with a decent majority. But it's a funny old world. And with 2 years for the public to reflect on what that Labour government may look like, they may just think again. I think you can probably rule out a Tory majority in 2 years' time, but a hung parliament with the Tories coming through as the biggest party? Well, if old Sunak makes progress with his 5-point plan, I wouldn't put it past them. Why? Well, because of reality. Yes, we have raging inflation, strikes, a woke takeover of our institutions, we have the Channel migrant crisis, and we have an NHS on life support. I'll grant you, this has all happened after 13 years of Tory rule. But what the public will have to ask themselves is whether Labour are the answer. For example, are Labour the answer to striking unions when those same union barons bankroll the Labour Party? Is Labour the answer to the Channel migrant crisis when they rejected the Rwanda plan and talk of a deal with France? Good luck with that. Are Labour the answer to inflation when they will likely yield to striking workers and their inflation-busting demands? Are Labour the answer to Britain's current debt nightmare, when it's quite clear that should they achieve power, the whole of the public sector will expect them to splash the cash? And if that doesn't happen, mark my words, there will be an almighty civil war within the Labour Party, making Keir Starmer's job almost impossible from day one. That's the answer for Britain, is it? And it's my view that the lockdown-loving, cervix-free, irredeemably woke Keir Starmer, who will jump on any political bandwagon, Exhibit A right here. I believe this is a man who will preside over 5 years of stifling political correctness, further policing of our language, bonkers trans ideology, divisive identity politics, and the rewriting of our history. In other words, with a Labour government, I predict 5 years of woke bullshit. We're not in a good situation. The Tories are bad. Absolutely. But in my view, Labour are worse. And if the public don't anticipate that ahead of election day, they certainly will find out once Labour get in. A Labour government is coming, folks. You have been warned. All I'll say is be careful what you wish for.